All right, guys, it's that time. It's declutter time. And in today's video, guys, we're going to be decluttering my primers and foundations. I'm going to make this all into one video. We will save my concealers and setting powders for another video. But in today's video, we're going to focus on this right here. So you guys want to see what I declutter, what I keep, well, then definitely keep on watching. All right, guys, as you guys can see, this is a mess. Well, this whole drawer is a mess. Let's just be honest here. But this in particular, y'all, we need to work on this situation right here. So as you guys know, I am, as of right now, a full-time beauty content creator here on YouTube. So it is my job to test out a lot of new makeup, see what works for me, what doesn't work for me. And you know, every so often I do like to do declutter series. I did one back in December, but I want to do one again in June and then one again back in like November, December. I want to do this like pretty much every 6 months so I can get rid of what I don't use and only have what I actually do use, because this to me is a little bit ridiculous. All right, guys, so before we dive into this video, I kindly ask, please don't ask for this makeup. Don't be that person. I'm gonna donate what I can, give away what I can, and sell what I can. I do the best that I can. Some of these products are in great condition. I'm gonna obviously sell some products that are gently used. I'm gonna give to my friends, and if I do have any unopened products, I'll probably end up trying to donate those ones, because a lot of the women's shelter around here are now accepting unused or unopened products. A lot of them not really asking for like the used products. I don't know if it's like a sanitation issue, but I just talked to a shelter this morning and they're asking for unused products. So I'm gonna try to do what I can. So with that said, I'm gonna set the camera up, guys, and we're gonna go ahead and get this started. Okay, so here are all my primers right here. Now, obviously, I definitely have some favorite primers in here, and there's some primers in here that I generally just don't use. So it's time that we do kind of pass them on and move them forward. So I'm gonna kind of go over each one individually. So up first, we do have my Milk Makeup. This is the Pore Eclipsing Primer. I love this primer. I would never get rid of it. It is one of my absolute favorite primers. This one's actually almost empty, so as soon as this one's empty, I do have a backup replacement right over there. I will replace it with this, but this is definitely a keep. We do have the one size. This is the Secure the Sweat. Originally, I first liked this. Originally, I first tried this. I absolutely hated this primer because it peeled, but after some trial and error and some practices, I actually am able to get this to work for me. I do have to put it on like 5 to 6 minutes prior to makeup application, but it works beautifully. Then we do have the Milk. This is the Hydro Grip right here. Another one of my staple products in my makeup routine. Absolutely love this primer. Not getting rid of it. Then we have the Glow Wish from Huda Beauty. Now, I don't know how I feel about this primer. This is going to be like a maybe. This is going to be maybe. We're going to put this off to the side because I really don't find myself using this that often. It's a silicone-based primer, and I'm definitely more of a water-based primer, so we're going to kind of put this one off to like the side. Then we have the Tarte. This is the Smoothless Primer right here. I'm definitely going to hold on to this because this is something that I wear on my days off when I'm not wearing any makeup, but I want my pores to be nice and filled and have like a nice smooth base. I do go into this primer right here. We do have the One Size Secure the Blur. This is another fantastic primer, great for oily skin, so I'm definitely going to hold on to this. Then we do have the L'Oreal. This is the 24-hour matte setter. Honestly, I do not like this primer. I felt that it did nothing for me. I used this like 2 or 3 times. I can't get this to work, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. Then we have the L'Oreal. This is another one. This is the 24-hour pore minimizer, and again, I feel like this has nothing for me. I tried this 2 or 3 times. I cannot get this to work, so we're gonna go ahead and declutter this one. Both are very almost brand new because there's so much product in here. Then we have the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. I actually do like to pair this with my Milk Hydro Grip, so I'm gonna hold on to this one. It's a pretty good primer. Oh, Becca Evermatte Poreless Perfecting Primer. This was my favorite for so long, but unfortunately, since Becca is no longer around, like the company sadly is gone, this is pretty much brand new. This has only been used 2 or 3 times. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this because I just know I'm not going to use this one as much as I am the other ones. I just found other primers that I love more that really kind of get the job done. This was fantastic for like filling the pores and keeping you mattified, but I just found better products. We're going to go ahead and declutter this. We have the NYX Marshmallow Primer. This is another beautiful primer. I'm definitely going to hold on to this one. I feel like this one does such a wonderful job for making my makeup last all day and be so nice and smoothing. We have the ColourPop. This is the No Filter Primer. I'm going to put this in the maybe pile because I only tried this like twice. We're going to put this in the maybe pile. Then we have the Nakia Joy Cosmetics. This is the matte base primer. I really do enjoy this primer. It's not as great as my other primers when it comes to matte bases, but it definitely does get the job done. We have the e.l.f. Power Grip Niacinamide Primer. This is absolutely fantastic. Going to keep this one. Same with my Glow Recipe. This is the Strawberry BHA Pore Smooth Blur Drops. Another fantastic primer. Definitely going to hold on to this. Then we have the Murad. This is the oil and pore control mattifying primer. I only use this one time, so I don't really have an opinion on this. I want to get this another go before I declutter this, so we're going to hold on to this one. This is a L'Oreal. This is a Magic Skin Beautifier. This is a BB cream. This is an anti-redness. We're going to go ahead and declutter this. This is still fairly new. I only used it twice. I just realized that I like other primers more than this. We're going to go ahead and pass this along. We have the e.l.f. Poreless Perfecting Primer. Use this 2 or 3 times, and I'm just not a fan, so we're going to go ahead and declutter this one. We have the Benefit. This is the Pore Professional Pore Filling Primer. Smells amazing, but definitely going to pass this along. Then we have the NYX Freezy. I use this 2 or 3 times. I barely use this like 2 or 3 times. I just feel like this just kind of itches my face. I'm just generally not a fan of this particular primer, so we're going to go ahead and pass this one along. Next we have the NYX. This is the Bear With Me. I actually really like this primer. I don't know why. It's like really cooling, really smoothing, and it's just, I don't know, it's something I'm fascinated by this primer, so we're gonna hold on to this. We have an unopened Becca Evermatte Poreless Perfecting Primer. I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along. We have 2 of the Milk Makeups. I'm gonna keep these because these are my favorite primers, so I'm gonna hold on to these. We have an e.l.f. Power Grip. I've never even used this one. I don't really know how I feel about it because I never used it. However, I do have the Power Grip plus 4% niacinamide. I'm gonna hold on to that one, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass this one along. The e.l.f. we have a Kimchi Chic Power Grip. I have not used this, so we're gonna hold on to this one. Same thing as the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. I'm gonna hold on to this one as a backup. I'll think about these two. So then next, well, I kept more than what I should have, but I still really do like these primers. So we're gonna move on to foundations. Alrighty, so moving on to foundations. I don't even know where to start. So first off, we have right here, this is the Flower Beauty. This is the Matte Smoothing Primer. This was mixed up into my foundations. I'm not a fan of this primer, so we're gonna go ahead and declutter this one. We'll start, I guess, with like back here. So up first, we do have these 2 foundations from Ofra. I really do love Ofra Cosmetics. I really do enjoy their base products, and I really did enjoy their foundations. However, you guys can see one here has separated, but I'm pretty sure if I just shake it up, it'll be brand new. I just find myself not really gravitating to these foundations as much as I used to. I definitely found some more holy grails for me in terms of foundations, so it's time for me to let these ones go. This one is still like in mint condition. Let me see if I shake this one up. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter both of these right here. We have this Makeup Revolution IRL Filter Foundation. It's not the right color for me. I definitely don't find myself picking this up as much as I used to, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along. I just prefer other foundations, and I'm just generally not the biggest fan of Makeup Revolution. I'm trying to like this brand, and I'm struggling. We have the Tarte Cloud Shape Cup. We have this Tarte Shape Tape Cloud Coverage Foundation. I did really like this foundation, but I don't really use it as much as I used to. I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile. I'm gonna kind of look back on my old videos when I use this to kind of gauge what I thought about it still, because it's been a minute. So we're gonna put this in the maybe pile. We have the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream Foundation. I got a good use out of this, but honestly, I really don't grab this foundation as much as I used to. It's a beautiful foundation. There's nothing wrong with this. It's just I prefer other foundations, so we're gonna go ahead and declutter this one. We have my Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Beautiful Skin Foundation. Now, a lot of people out there did not like this foundation. I actually really did enjoy it. However, I find myself not using it nearly as much as I used to. It's been a really hot minute since I probably picked this up, so we're gonna go ahead and declutter this one. I have my Estee Lauder. This is a powder foundation. I surprisingly like this powder foundation. This is the only one that I find that generally works for me. Everything else just does not work. I don't know what it is. I just am not a fan of powder foundation. My unfortunate situation is that I bought a refill. I didn't actually buy the one that comes in the compact, so I have a refill, so I have to keep it in its box. It's a beautiful powder foundation. I only use it on hot days when I'm going to Disney and I just want to have like a makeup look. This is what I use, so we're going to hold on to this one. Next, I have the Maybelline. This is the Superstay 24-Hour Powder Foundation. At first, I really loved this. I really loved this. However, I have tried this several times since I first did my video, and I just don't like it. It peels. It doesn't stick the way that it once did. This went viral, and I guess I get why I did, but it's a no for me. We can declutter her. Next, we do have these two Lancome foundations. I just recently tried this in a full face of PR makeup. I have a full vlog coming out this week where I actually did an all-day wear test. I wore this to the pool. I wore this working out. I wore this all day, and I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, this was beautiful. It held on beautifully. I'm definitely going to keep both of these because I feel like both these were my perfect combo, so we're going to hold on to these. Next, I have the Milk Makeup. This is another powder foundation. I only use this once, and I just don't get the hype around it. I really, really don't. I wanted to love this, especially because it's supposed to be for like oily skin and whatnot, but y'all, I couldn't get into this, so sadly, we are going to declutter. Same thing with the One Size Beauty. I tried to get into this powder foundation. I really did, but again, powder foundation and me, some reason we're not friends. I don't know what it is. It's like, I want to like you, but like, you don't want to like me. You don't want to work with my skin. I don't know if it's because I'm putting on primer. I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't work for me. So we're going to go ahead and say bye-bye. Now, this is a really beautiful foundation. I don't really have much left of this, but this is a transfer proof, water resistant, long wear foundation. This is great for the summer season. She's a little pricey. Well, I mean, she was for me at the time. It was $55 when I bought it at the time. I don't really know what the price is now, but I'm gonna hold on to this because it generally is a really good foundation. You know, this was actually the second time I repurchased this foundation. For a long time, I really did enjoy the Morphe foundation, but I just find myself never grabbing for it anymore. There's nothing wrong with it. I just personally just like other brands, other products more than this one. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter this one. Okay. I have two of these. The other one's my perfect skin tone. The other one's not. And I don't remember which one I think is better for me. I think it's 3C1 because this one's a little bit fuller than this one, but this is absolutely fantastic for oily skin. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful formula. Great to last you all day long. So I think I'm going to keep this one. That's the 3CN over the 2-in-1 just because this one is full and this one's a little bit more on the emptier side, and I think it's definitely the wrong color. So we're going to hold on to this one. Okay, so next, let's see what do we have next. Okay, so next we have this Flower Beauty. This is the Light Illusion. I do not like this. This is too illuminating for me. I'm very much about loving the matte base because I'm very, very oily. So even though there's nothing really wrong with this foundation, it's just not meant for my skin type. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter this. Next we have the Makeup Revolution. Next we have the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. This is a beautiful foundation. I grabbed this a lot. Very beautiful, very full coverage, very long lasting, especially really oily skin. So we're going to hold on to this one. Then we have the Kimchi Chic. Now I only wear this every so often because this is very full coverage. This will make it so that you are so dry in the face, but hopefully I'll wear this during the summer to see how well it combats against the oil. And if it doesn't work, we'll go ahead and pass that on. Now we have a Makeup Revolution. This is Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. I have never tried this foundation. It's never even been opened. So I don't know. What should I do with this one? Should I try it? Should I not? I feel like I should try it, right? I feel like I'll try it. I'll try this. I'll try this in a new face of like new makeup in a video coming up. Then we have the NYX Blurring Tint Foundation. I love this foundation. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Gonna hold on to this. We have the Maybelline. This is the Superstay Up to 30-Hour Foundation. Honestly, it's really not bad. I don't wear this one by itself because it's a little bit deep for me, but mixing with other products is actually not a bad foundation. So we'll hold on to this one. Then we have the Laura Mercier. This is like the Real Skin Foundation. I did not like this foundation. It just did not work for me. I just found myself getting super oily. Didn't like how it looked on the face. We're gonna go ahead and pass this one along. We have the One Size foundation right here. She's got a lot of love. It's not my favorite foundation, but it definitely does get the job done, especially on hot summer days. So we're gonna hold on to this. Next, we have the Chanel No. 1 foundation. This is such a beautiful foundation. Like, holy crap, this is stunning. It does such a great job at making your makeup look beautiful, smoothing, blur, smells like rich people's skin, and it really does a great job of containing the oil and make your makeup last all day. Definitely holding on to this one. My tried and true. I love this for so long. We definitely have to keep this one. This is next to the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I have worn this for years. Still tried and true. Definitely gonna hold on to this one, although she is literally almost empty, but we're gonna hold on to this one. Up next, we do the NARS. This is the Soft Matte Foundation. I love to pair this with my NARS Light Reflecting Advanced Skincare Foundation, so we're going to hold on to that. Revlon. This is my favorite foundation. We are not parting from this baby. We have the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Foundation. Surprisingly enough, I don't hate this. I actually really like this foundation, so we're going to keep playing with this one. We have the Revlon Illuminating Skin Foundation. This is actually really good, even though it's like really illuminating. For some reason, mixing this with like a matte primer, it just works really beautiful. I find myself using this quite often. It's just a fantastic overall foundation. Also, like, I just like Revlon just does it with foundations. They do a really good job. I really like this foundation. However, this shade is just a bit too deep for me, but I do want to pick up a lighter shade, see what happens if I mix them together, because this is actually a beautiful foundation. It doesn't get enough love. I actually really like this foundation. I felt like that just is full coverage. It works beautifully on my face, so we're going to keep playing with this one. All right, guys, so next we did the KVD. This is the Good Apple Serum Foundation. I actually really do like this foundation. I think it looks beautiful on the skin. I still enjoy playing with this, so we're going to keep this one. And then we do have this. This is the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. This sucks. I do not like it. I could not get it to work for me. I have tried this so many times, you guys. I could not get this to work. So we're going to go ahead and declutter this one. Okay, so this is where we are currently. This is like the keep. That's the declutter. I'm not very proud of myself right now because obviously I'd want to have more declutter than keep. However, my biggest thing, it's so hard for me to find products that work for oily skin, and quite a few of these products you're sitting right in front of me work for oily skin, so it's hard for me to let them go. However, I'm making a note to myself, if I don't use these or don't use certain products enough by December, they will have to be decluttered, no exceptions. And I want you guys to hold me to it. So just keep tabs on what I post in my description, keep tags on I use on my face. Let me know if you guys have seen these products used enough by December. Otherwise, we'll have to declutter them because I want to make sure that I kind of go down to a very simplified drawer, especially because I still don't really know this date of whether or not I'm moving, and the less makeup, the better for me personally. But even if I wasn't moving, honestly, I still don't need this much makeup. So I'm definitely going to hold myself accountable. This isn't as big of a declutter that I wanted it to be, but you know what? This is just the beginning because we still have all of my concealers and setting powders to go through, and then we have this drawer, which I feel like I'll be a little bit harder on this drawer because it is my blushes, bronzers, and highlighters, and I feel like I'll definitely be a little bit more cutthroat with this over like my bases, when my bases is something that's I care about a lot because I'm really oily and I try to do everything I can to make it as less oily as possible. So I'm gonna now organize this and we're gonna see what I kept, what I decluttered. Like, we're gonna count the numbers and then we're gonna kind of go from there. Okay, so this is how this looked like before. And this is after. Here we are for primers. I ended up keeping 14 primers. So I did end up keeping the filter, for the no filter from ColourPop. I'm gonna keep testing it out, honestly. So I definitely kept it. So we have 14 primers that I kept. But then I also have 11 primers that I actually decluttered. So you know what? It's actually not the bad mix. I like to have a little bit more. I like to actually really declutter 14, keep 11. But you know what? It's a work in progress. I'm getting rid of all these ones you guys see. I'm decluttering all the ones you guys see right here. And then hopefully come December, we'll even have a little bit more of a bigger declutter. But this is what we're working with so far. Definitely not too bad. Okay, as for foundations, I did keep this one so I can definitely retest it, but if I don't use it by December, we are going to declutter it. So I kept 22 foundations. Not where I want to be, but I definitely still gonna use, I have a lot of these foundations, so we're gonna keep playing with them. I'm gonna do a lot more shop my stashes, a lot more get ready with me, where I'm actually gonna be using the foundations that I don't always use as often, so I don't have to keep reusing this one. Even though it's my absolute favorite, we'll definitely keep playing with more that I have in my collection so you guys can see what I'm working with. And then I ended up decluttering 13 foundations. Now, majority of these are actually still pretty much brand new because they've only been used just two or three times, if that. They're still pretty full. For almost every single one of them are actually pretty full, except for these three right here. The rest are full, like full. So I'm gonna definitely pass these along, but this is what we have right now. Not as big of a declutter that I wanted it to be, but definitely looking better than what it did. I still might find a different way to reorganize them, so maybe I'm just like kind of still saying this looks cluttered. Maybe the biggest fact has to do with this side right here, but that's gonna be my next video where I actually go through and declutter my setting powders and my concealers before we move on to the bronzer blush drawer that you guys see right here, because this is no, no, no. And then eventually we're going to move on to this right here, which is my palettes. Last time I did a palette declutter, I got rid of over 100 palettes. I'm hoping to do the same thing this time around. So this is kind of where we are right now. It's not the most magnificent declutter. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people love to see massive declutters, and this one I kind of kept a little bit more than what I should have, but you know what? It's because I'm still playing and testing out some of these products, and I'm a work in progress, and we're going to do a 6-month update from this point on. So that is it for today's video, guys. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 4 to 5 videos every single week. Please make sure you guys head over to my other channels, R for the Life, where you guys get to see my cool, wonderful ventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe. Either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.